everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. I have some cards that I want to share with you guys that I created using some of the new dies that I picked up in my last trip to the craft store. And then some oldies that I've had for a while that I hadn't even played with. So it was time. I felt like it was time to just dig through my stuff, see what I had, and pull out those things that have been in my stash for a couple years, if not longer. So the first card I want to share with you is this one. Look how pretty this card is. I created this one using an old embossing folder. Let me share with you what I used. This embossing folder with a stamp set was gifted to me by my friend Nisha a couple years ago during a swap. So she sent me a hostess swap. You know, sometimes when we're in swaps, we'll send the hostess a swap as well. So she did that for me. And she sent me this embossing folder. And it's a set of two and then the stamps. I used the plaid embossing folder. And then I used, let's see, I used this frame die set from Carnation Crafts. I love these dies, and this is a recent purchase. I haven't had very long, but it's nesting dies, and then you get the one that cuts out the frame, then you get the one that cuts out just the openings. So this is called the Eyelet and Ring Rectangle. So I used that. And then I used, I'm telling you, I pulled out some old dies. This one. It's funny how we have to take out so many things to create just a few items. I mean, just a card or an embellishment or whatever. The 25 right here on top came from this old Spellbinders die. Anything that I can find, I will link in the description, guys. Doesn't mean I'm going to find anything. Some of them will be affiliate links, some will not. What affiliate means is that if you were to purchase some of those items that I put an affiliate link for, that means I'll make a small commission for you know, because you use that link. Doesn't mean it costs you any more or any less. It costs you the same no matter what. It doesn't affect you in any way, but it does help me that I can purchase more items or get more exposure where I'm offered products to review or, you know, craft with. And then I can share it with you guys. So I use that one. It's an old Spellbinders. And then I use, this is a new die from Spellbinders. Let me tell you, normally every year I buy new poinsettia dies. This year I did want a new one, but I didn't want a big one because I have several big ones. I hadn't seen the ladies creating with this tiny poinsettia die from Spellbinders. And you get all of these flowers and foliage in this set. So it's quite a nice set. So you get a bunch. The only thing that I used from this set were the pine branches, the holly, the poinsettia, and I think this is more like a mistletoe type of thing. So that's all that I used. I didn't use everything. What I like about this set, though, is that it not only has holiday flowers in it, but it has everyday or every season flowers. It's got some cattails here that you could use all the time. Well, the pine needles you can use all the time. And just like this 4-petal flower, I don't know what that is, and this one. So there are some that you can use for the holidays and some regular. So I use that one. And then another thing that I use, my mailbox is a new die from Spellbinders, which is this one. And this also comes with foliage, but it's not Christmas. So that's why I got the Holiday Blooms. But this comes with foliage as well. The mailbox was real easy to put together, was really, really fast. And then you can get add-ons for the centerpiece right here where you add your sentiment. So I bought an everyday one and a Christmas one. So like this one, it has a mixture. This one says, please deliver to Santa. confetti enclosed is your birthday, a little note, big thanks. And you know, it's got for different occasions. And then this one is all holiday, and they're just little hot foil plates that you can do the hot foiling on your die cut that you're going to add to the front of the mailbox. So I'm keeping these together in a pouch, that way I do not lose them. So that's what I use for this one. So right here is, of course, obviously the mailbox. These flowers came from the Holiday Bloom, and all of the foliage as well. These the peppermint and the candy cane, those are just stickers that I bought a couple years ago, probably from Hobby Lobby, you guys. And they're resin, but they have glitter on them, and I thought they were perfect for this. And then the 25 is a Spellbinders die. The little envelope right here, I created that with a striped paper that I picked up from, I believe it was Craft Stash. Don't quote me. But they had red and white, red striped foil paper. And I picked it up to make, whether it would be like a letter or a candy cane or anything like that. So in this case, I used it for the little letter. And then, of course, the hot plate, I did the foiling with the foil plate, not hot plate, the foil plate. I did use 2 shades of red, so you could see like a shadow here. That red is actually darker, and then this one is like a brighter. This top part is darker, and so is the lid, and then the little handle is in gold foil. The backing right here is that embossing folder that my friend Nisha gifted me a couple years ago. And then here is a Carnation Craft eyelet frame, and I cut the frame out with the opening, but I wanted it to look like some type of striped candy or peppermint. So I used the frame and cut it out again without the eyelet piece to back it up. That way you could see the stripes going around the frame. And then I just did a black card base. There's no sentiment in it yet. You know, I'll do that afterwards, but mostly I was focusing on the front of the card. So that's card 1. For card 2, I use like a real old embossing folder from Spellbinders. You guys remember these? I've had this 3D embossabilities folder for a very long time. It's very, very pretty. Okay. Let me show it to you guys. They're white. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I've had this a really, really long time, and they were made not of plastic. It was more like like a hard plastic. But they don't make them like this anymore. And like I said, you probably won't be able to find this unless somebody's getting rid of an old one that they have. So I use this. I also use the mailbox that I shared with you already, and then I use the Holiday Blooms as well. And again, I use so these 3 I used in both my projects for sure. And then, of course, the only difference was the embossing folders or the frame, if I used a frame. But that's what I used to create my second one. Here is my second card. Look at how pretty that is. The mailbox is not glued or anything. I just have it in place. But I'm going to share with you what the embossing folder looks like. I did use some gold rub to bring out the details from the embossing folder. I don't think this is available because I've looked for it for other people before when they've asked and haven't been able to find it. Michael's used to carry it. There's the joy from that same little die right here. Here are the foliage from the Holiday Blooms, and I did one in a pearl white. See the pearl white? And then the little balls in the center are the little ones from new ones that Dollar Tree has this year. They have the glitter little styrofoam balls, but they have them really small this year. And then, of course, my mailbox and all the foliage, again, is from the Holiday Blooms. But I'm going to remove the mailbox because I want you to see how pretty that embossing folder is. And I did add that wax to it, and What you do is you rub on the wax, and you take like a paper towel or something, and then you rub it to make it shine. That's what you do with it, and it's real pretty. But I didn't know if I wanted to leave it without the mailbox or with the mailbox. I like it both ways. And then of course I was going to add my little envelope to my mailbox. Anyway, these are the 2 cards that I created. I hope that you like what I created and that it inspires you. If you have some of these products, I would definitely be playing with them. The poinsettias are perfect because I have all kinds of large poinsettias, and I do have some small ones, but these you really can't shape because of the detail cut that's in them, because if you do, it kind of rips or they pop up. So you don't want to really do too much, and that's what I like about this poinsettia, because normally it takes me quite a bit to shape poinsettias and give them the shape that I want, and this is like super fast. And I did cut them out in a special this red foil paper. I've shared it before. Here's some of my scraps. It's a matte foil paper from, I think it's Tonic Studio, and this cream colored one is also a pearl paper, and I love the way they look. And of course I love these little bits from the holiday blooms, and I did some with the red flower on them, and then I did some with the same pearl paper that I used with the poinsettias. But those are the 2 cards that I created. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. Bye.